Hi guys, welcome to Go. Today afternoon I heard about the devastating news of the young actor Sushant Singh Rajput's suicide. It was really very devastating for me because I was a fan of Sushant. I loved his style of acting, and I admired him in films like Kai Poche and PK and uh, Chichore. And it was so ironic that in his last film of 2019, Chichore, he played a role uh, of a father who was found counseling his own child about uh, suicide, and he spoke against suicide in the film, but ultimately he fell uh, to the same crime. He committed suicide today afternoon. Well, uh, we can say that this real life is so wide apart. The heroes we idolize and we follow them on social media and think that they are like a leading light and are the true icons, but they aren't. They are as fragile and as vulnerable as a common man. In fact, more vulnerable, I would say, because Sushant Singh Rajput was not an ordinary actor. He was a very successful actor. He shone brightly in uh, soaps like Poetorista, and then he shifted to Bollywood, and he started with a bang in 2013 with a film like Kai Poche, which was a film on bodies and how life panned out. And later on, he also featured in some very memorable films. One film that was a biopic on MS Dhoni was especially uh, uh, deserves mention because that not only grossed more than 100 crore, but he was also nominated uh, for so many awards for leading actor. Actually, I will say the untimely death of this very talented actor has two sides to it. It's an irreparable loss, not only to the in the film industry, but to his family, uh, to his friends and the people with whom he interacted. It's a colossus loss. Uh, it is understandable that the family of such people are traumatized, and especially seeing their ward doing so good uh, in the showbiz industry, and he was like a uh, icon for youth, together with other young actors like Ranbir Kapoor, Ranveer Singh, He was a youth icon, and uh, the last thing we expected was such a devastating end to the budding career. As I said earlier, there are two kinds of losses. The foremost loss is to the family, who had so many dreams and so many aspirations for their member. Sushant belonged to a family uh, which had his, apart from father, four sisters, and well, he was there and all doing so well in their lives. And it's really such a sad news for them that they lost the most celebrated member of their family. Secondly, it's such a huge loss to the film industry because he was such a talented and beautiful actor. You see, especially when an artist dies, like we saw in the case of Bollywood, three leading lights died in last a month or so. It started with the unexpected demise of uh, Irfan Khan, and then Rishi Kapoor, and then Wazid Khan, and now Sushant Singh Rajput. You see, when these talented artists die, the loss is not to the field and the craft which they belong, but it is also a monumental loss to audiences and the aficionado and admirers like us, who were denied from so many creative works these artists would have done in the years to come. So just think of the kind of films Shushant Singh Rajput would have featured, the kind of film Irfan Khan would have given. Those would have been memorable films, but that was not to be. And they were snatched from the Almighty, and from doing what they were supposed to do and what for doing what they came to this world. They shone in the sky of the art with the utmost brightness, but they also faded uh, before they could have attained more glitter. Well, this is life, and it goes on like that. You cannot plan it. So that is why we have to leave it on a day-to-day basis. Well, but one important thing I would like to share is that most probably Sushant died because of depression, as it is assumed, which was quite obvious considering his last post on last tweet and the last Instagram post that he was fighting with demons for quite some time. Guys, it's not easy to travel in the high lanes the of life of a celebrity. What you see is the facade, the outside, the glitter and the glamour and the fame and the money. But they are also fighting the internal demons, like we common people. So my request to all my friends and all my loved ones is that if you are currently fighting with this unknown demon which is troubling you, and it doesn't matter whatever the reason may be. Maybe you have lost your job, or even you're continuing your job, you're not getting your salary because of the unexpected pandemic uh, which has really debilitated this world. And maybe when if you're gazing at a very uncertain future, maybe someone who is trying to get married is not things are not going the right way, and well, there could be thousands of reasons for having created that demon. So the last thing you would want is to think that you are capable enough to fight against that demon on your strength. Please, for God's sake, don't be under that illusion. Don't break your contacts with your loved ones, with your friends, with your admirers, uh, with your acquaintance, with your well-wishers, because they are the ones who will help you come out from your fight against this demon. They will help you to come out from this depression. They will help you to become a victor in this most important fight of yours. Because if you think that you can handle this problem, you cannot be farther from the truth, because in the first place it was you who created this. This demon did not come on its own. You created this by your thought, by your mental state, by your thought process. So, if you are the cause, you cannot be the solution. You cannot be the doctor. The solution lies outside. The solution either lies with the expert if your problem is really chronic. Well, then what you need is a shrink or a psychiatrist. But if your problem is still in the initial stages, what you need is talk. You need to talk to your friends. You need to talk to your mentors. You need to talk to people whom you think you can pour your heart out. You can share your problems. Maybe while you're talking to them, you're chatting with them, you'll yourself find the solution. So it goes like that only. There is no other solution. And if you don't do that, take my word. Take my word, my dear friend. The situation will worsen. It won't improve, it will worsen, and you will further fall in the cesspool of this demon, where it will be almost impossible to come out. And I can say that because I was myself a victim of this problem called depression. It was long back, and I fought it, and maybe I can share with you my problem and how I fought with my depression, and how I became the person what I am today. So, but that is not for this time. This and more, that how I fought with my demons, and what was my experience, how I came out with it. I'll share with you very shortly. So wait for that. But till then, don't go in isolation because you think that well, I'm smart enough to deal with my problems. No, you can deal with thousands of things with your smartness, with your knowledge, with your experience, but you cannot handle depression, my dear friend. I can tell you because I suffer through depression and I know a thing or two more than what you know. So that's it for now. And uh, well, I'll pray for Sushant Singh Rajput. I'll pray for his family that they should have the requisite strength to bear this irreparable loss. And I'm really very sad and devastated today. And I really hope that Sushant no more among us. I'll pray, rest in peace, my dear friend. You're a fabulous actor, and the world will always remember you. But what you did was not good. You could have found the solution. Maybe you didn't try enough. Anyways, there uh, cannot be a final statement on this. I don't know what was his problem, what made him to do what he did. But anyways, that's it, and we'll have to accept the reality that now Sushant Singh Rajput is no more. But at the same time, we should learn from such incidents. We lost such a talented actor at such a young age who could have given so much to the world of his chosen craft. But the last thing I want is more of his kinds, or more of normal people should never fall prey to this dreaded disease called depression. So, guys, take care, stay healthy, not only physically but mentally too. Because if you're mentally healthy, well, the physical health will follow. Thank you very much for listening to me. Thanks again. Take care. Bye bye.